Welcome to yet another ghetto show for What's the
we
Word.
not doing another ghetto show, but what we finna do is, I ain't even finna, we not finna go through this. Hey, just bring Chris.
Y'all know us.
We better just bring Chris in, man, cause
Chris,
man,
unmute yourself.
let's bring.
All right, yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, what's
What's
going on, bro?
what's going on, man? Y'all silly, bro. Y'all come in playing.
No, life be playing.
Everything smooth with y'all though? Everything good, man?
Nah, everything solid, brother. How everything your way?
Bro, busy as hell. We in the middle of playoffs, so they kind of got me all over the place. I was happy to get in with y'all, but I'm catching a flight like right after this. So
Oh well, shit. I'm glad you in. We ain't gonna hold you up, man, cause I know you. I don't want you to be late for that flight.
no, I do got a question for y'all before we start. It's in the same vein because Bree, I know you be flying out. You was just talking about a vacation a second ago. How athletic do you think you gotta be to be running through an airport with 10 minutes, like before they close the gate? Like you gotta be like
Baby, not
Sha'Carri
athletic enough.
Richardson, or you gotta be
You better call
like,
Shikari.
yeah. You need to call her to get you in shape because them
Okay.
tickets to Barbados and Abu Dhabi and all that shit, like we paid too much, fam.
Okay.
Did y'all see that they just passed They just passed a bill or something where you I think if you I think they're doing like if the airline biting past it with like if the airline cancel your flight or delay your flight for more than 3 hours, that they have to reimburse you for everything.
Word?
I ain't know that.
Yeah, somebody online just said they got $9,000 for
Yeah, I saw that.
involuntarily being moved off their flight. It's like nine thousand four
Why they
hundred
moved them
dollars.
involuntarily?
I mean, it happens. Like, so what they say is if you book through a third party site, that pretty much your flight is the first to get bumped if you didn't directly book with the airline.
Oh, I feel
So
that.
if you did book, you're probably gonna get, if they overbooked, you're gonna get bumped to the
Yeah.
next flight.
9,000?
That's the new
That's a
scam
Nine
lick.
though.
thousand dollars
That's the new
Okay.
each. It
scam.
was a couple too.
That is a
Take
lick.
me off involuntarily.
I'm
Call
straight
And
up.
if you get,
security.
and if you board the plane and then get like board the plane and they tell you to get off of it, you can get money for that too.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yes,
finna
if
act
they
up.
tell you to get off the plane.
Let me start booking
Some
through
rules you got to
Expedia.
follow. This girl, I forgot her name, but she's like, I read the fine print, so you don't have to. And then she
Oh yeah,
be
yeah, yeah. I
telling
know
you
her.
all
I
the
know her too.
licks.
Yeah,
Yeah, all the airline licks. I be
Yeah,
paying
all
attention.
right. So shit, drop the link. Well, I can follow her too. I know another little link somebody put me on. Shout out to one of the homies. If you go to the airline and you tell them like, yo, when you finna board them, you tell them like, yo, you got problems with like leg issues or something like that. They will come get you in like
In a wheelchair.
a
Yeah,
wheelchair.
yeah.
You have to bypass all the little standing
Yeah.
line, and they take you up to like
Yeah, you ain't know that.
I ain't
bro.
know
I
that.
done
I,
My
pretended.
The-
cousin,
I,
my cousin got cerebral palsy. We going to Arizona
oh my
on
god.
Thursday, and he on my flight. I was gonna be with him. We
I done
That's
skipping
pretended I
good
was
for
all
like
that.
athlete and all that.
Southwest because Southwest doesn't assign seats. So you have to check in early or you risk like getting a middle seat.
But
So
also, you could
that's
get,
really good for
but they could
Southwest.
yeah, and they could upgrade you for free too. You know, you go like booking A. If you're in a wheelchair, you go through like the first
Dog, I done
15 people.
pretended I was an athlete. I done pushed old ladies out their wheelchair to make a
That's
flight. All of that.
insane.
Just because
Well,
I'm
we need to
impatient.
hurry up and get you
Crazy.
off so
yeah,
you
so
could
we
go
gonna
to the airport,
get to the
not
airport.
knock over nobody grandma.
Y'all
All right,
good,
so
bro.
Chris, so you know you an extraordinaire. You know what I'm saying? You've been holding it down for sports for so long, brother.
My dog.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
Shout out to you on the Hitman podcast. So that's probably one of the main reasons we wanted to bring you on today to discuss, you know what I mean, what's going on in sports and things in that nature. So first topic today, I just wanted to chop it up with you regarding, right? How do you feel about the Chicago Bulls? Because if I'm not mistaken, you going to the draft lottery soon, right?
Yeah, so actually Mother's Day weekend. Shout out to all the moms out there, bro. I actually was glad you started with that. We just finished. I guess they won one of the play-in games against Atlanta. And then they went to Miami and lost to the Heat. Word around the campfire is like they trying to get DeMar DeRozan on $40 million. Like that's the Kobe deal, the D Wade deal. I'm not necessarily a fan of DeMar DeRozan. He ain't never really won nothing when he was in Toronto or in San Antonio. So giving him the big bag when we got Kobe from Carolina, Caruso, you know what I'm saying? He had a championship with the Lakers. Like we could still build around the team, but it just seemed like they not really trying to win. They just keep selling out the arenas. And it's the same thing with the Bears, bro. They got the number 1 pick tomorrow, but like when it comes to filling the seats, it seems like it's more of a money play. That's more important than bringing the team back to how we was in the 90s, bro. Y'all remember how lit the city was? 6 championships. Like, it was pandemonium. And now it's kind of just like, it don't matter how much the tickets cost. People going to keep selling it out. And as long as they selling it out, they can put a good team or a bad team out there. You feel me?
So let's start there, right? You was talking about the Bulls and you said about getting the bag and want to win. What does that mean, getting the bag and want to win? Like,
so to answer that, you got 2 max players, really 3 with Vucevic. You got Zach LaVine, who hasn't played in months, right? Opted for the surgery to get up out the game. People were saying like he's a clutch athlete. He's close to LeBron. He might get traded to the Lakers. He only wants to go to the Lakers. DeMar DeRozan, like they said, they stalled him out on the deal. People in the press have been asking him. The Sun Times asked him, you know, how he felt about playing the whole season without an extension. He said it's something like a relationship that's kind of on the rocks. Like we both want it, but ain't nobody really ready to make the first move. Nevertheless, though, they was the number 1 seed the first year he got here, and then they missed the playoffs the rest of the way. But we finna give him 40, potentially $50 million. The salary cap is going up and down with the league. And if we're not getting players to come in and win, like, what are we doing? Are we paying to fill the seats? Are we paying to sell merch? Are we paying to win a championship? You feel me? You see what the Knicks is doing? The Knicks did exactly what we were supposed to do. They waited, they drafted, they took their time, and now they on the verge of going all the way, bro, if things shake out the way they're supposed to for them.
I would say, are you hitting record, Noah? Oh, we just hit it twice. My bad. We have some little technical the red button. The red button.
There ain't no battery in
Yeah, we have a little technical difficulties on my single shot, so I'm gonna go into it.
Commercial.
But nah, we gon' but what I was gonna say is with the thing is with the Bulls, I think that the whole Lonzo Ball thing kind of fucked us up.
That started.
So about us not having Lonzo Ball, with the team that we built with the Carusos, with the Zach LaVine, and the DeMar DeRozan, that kind of fucked up the trajectory. And then, believe it or not, though, whatchamacallit being a fucking I don't want to call him a jerk because I don't know him personally, but his mannerisms to me doesn't seem like he came to be like he wanted to be a team player. It was all about him. Zach LaVine.
Zach?
Yeah.
Word,
Zach was about getting his money. Zach was about getting the ball. Zach was about taking the shots. Zach was about the betterment for him. And I think the difference between that, I think that when Lonzo left and when they had to lean more on DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine to carry the team, Zach LaVine wanted to be the man instead of doing what was best for the team. And what was best for the team in a lot of instances was giving DeMar DeRozan the ball. What was best for the team was to kind of step out the way and kind of help Ayo, and Kobe White develop. And you see that's what happened with I credit majority of Ayo's development to Zach LaVine, to DeMar DeRozan. You know what I mean? Because he was taking him under his wing. He was making them practice with him. He was putting his arms around the young people. And I don't think Zach LaVine really did that. So by him not really doing that, it kind of like took away from the growth and the chemistry for the team. And I think the Bulls right now just at a standstill of what we're gonna do moving forward.
I agree with what you're saying, and y'all done been to games, right? Y'all see the atmosphere in the crowd. Y'all see how people respond to DeRozan, y'all see how people respond to Zach LaVine. You dig what I'm saying? Like, how often do y'all see DeMar DeRozan out in the cities? Like I said, when I was talking about giving him the money, it's no shade to him. It's just like, are we going to win a championship with him as the A? That's all I'm saying. But in regards to, like, seeing him in the city, the influence that he has in terms of just making Bulls basketball aware around the city? How often do you see Zach LaVine in the city? How many charity events or you seen him at the softball joint, at the sale? You feel me when the Bulls did that? But how often do you see Zach LaVine out in the city? You see DeMar DeRozan at Sky games. You see him at Blackhawks games. You see him at open runs for like EYBL. You know what I'm saying? He has his daughter kind of everywhere. So
Says
He do
I
be
just
outside.
Zach do.
I not the charity events. I wouldn't say so, but
No,
I've
not
seen
not
him
just that.
like
I'm just talking about
kicking it.
if he
I seen him out kicking it.
you
that's
see
what I'm
him out
saying.
kicking it
If he
well.
out hot boy, that's
I'm
different.
not
Like,
finna put that man business out here, but he be out in these streets.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like if you see him out hot boy, like that's one thing. It's easy. It's like a New York or LA. If you in Chicago, it's easy to turn up. Y'all see what Angel Reese about to do this summer. Watch. But it's
I
kind of
can't wait till
easy.
she come to Chicago. We finna turn up.
So
Yeah,
so
you gonna
even
see
when
him
we talking
everywhere.
about being outside and being connected to the city, I guess that's gonna transition to our Chicago Bears conversation because like the Justin Field trade, right?
Crazy.
That was crazy, right? And that was more so like he was he was outside. He was connected to the people. And us losing Justin Fields, um, it kind of made us. I don't. To me, I feel like Justin Fields was the people's connect to the Chicago Bears, right? The culture connect to
Agreed.
the Chicago Bears.
And not
Do
to
you
hold
think?
you, not to hold you real quick. What's even crazier is after he go to the Steelers, they not even offer him an extension, bro. So he didn't get his money here, and he not gonna get it in Pittsburgh. Not to
But
hold
that's
you. I ain't
business
want to
though.
interrupt your thought.
That's you went on point, but that's just the business of this. Like, no, everybody's not going to.
I think it's crazy that we even traded Shorty in the first place. Like he's been the lightning rod for us. Like he's brought Bears fans to the arena, to Soldier Field. Like all he needed was some more help. I feel like they gave up on him too late. I mean too early, excuse me. Obviously they're gonna go with Caleb, who might be a new and improved better version, a more decorated version. But it's like, dog, we've been trying to get a quarterback for 10 years between Trubisky and fool that was on the Eagles, Nick Foles, and then Andy Dalton, and then you feel me? And then, like, what we on? Like, what we gonna do for real?
So
So
why did the Bears give up on Justin so fast?
I think
Money.
it's too much pressure. Go ahead, Cole.
Me personally, I think it was the money situation because now, if you know, like Caleb Williams is potentially going to be the number one pick tomorrow, right? So if you start speaking about money, like his rookie clock, how much they was going to have to pay Caleb opposed to having to pay Justin next year, right?
It's gonna
So
reset.
if I got Caleb Williams on this rookie deal for the next 3 to 4 years, that means in the next 3 to 4 years, that window we have a lot of money on the salary cap. So that means I can go get other players to make the rest of the team better.
Opposed to just betting it all on this one player.
Because Justin Fields is going to get that market value for a quarterback soon. Like he's still on his rookie deal, but it's more of a chance that I can get it from. It's more of a chance where you extended your time to improve the rest of the team before you have to pay Caleb, right?
Right.
I feel that.
So and I get it, and I respect them for doing it.
But they didn't think about that when they brought him over the first time.
Who?
And he
The
wanted to
Bears.
be here. It wasn't like it wasn't like somebody put a knife in his back or like threatened him to be. He wanted to be a Bear. Like you could tell by his play, like he loved getting the crowds up. I don't know how many games y'all was outside watching, but like my living room was going galactic. We was going crazy for bro. And I'm not even an
Yeah.
Ohio State quarterback fan because they don't never really do well. But bro felt like he embraced the city. Like I said, kind of similar to DeMar. He was at Bulls games. He was kind of all over the city. He had his Reebok thing going. He was gonna be one of the spokespersons. Like so, it was really some energy behind getting behind the Bears outside of just defense. But like you said, bro, it's a cold game when it comes to the money. A lot of it behind the scenes, in a very real sense, is relationships. It's a bunch of folks that could be in the league right now, could be in the NFL right now, but because they not connected with the right people, you saying, oh, whatever happened to so and so, whatever happened.
So
to
I
so-and-so.
want to say this. I want to say Justin Fields playing for the Bears was the closest thing that we had since D Rose left the Bulls.
You feel me? Exactly.
That was
That's
the
the
close
perfect way to put it.
that feeling in Chicago sports. That was the closest thing that we had to that feeling. I think by them letting him go, and Caleb might end up being a better. He might not end up. It's a strong possibility Caleb Williams might be a better QB. Strong possibility. But
Are they gonna do Caleb Williams how they did Justin Fields?
Caleb Williams got 3 years to prove it.
And he ain't gonna let them play that with him because he already been in the system. He a millionaire before he came into the situation, so he already has a team around him that's not even gonna play them type of games. They know that they thirsty. They know we thirsty for a quarterback anyway. So he damn near gonna come in pink nails, pink cell phone, the whole nine, and still get the bag and still get everything he want.
So
I don't know. I was confused. I really thought that everybody was behind Justin, and it was like everybody just turned on him.
now, and the people that turned on him, the organization just made a business move. And
I feel like the people was kind of turning on him. Like I feel like his first couple of games, it was given he was nervous.
Bree, you know what it is? It's a mixture of both because they put him in a position to be the bad guy. They would have him doing certain stuff that would get, okay, I'm going to just run for a 90-yard touchdown as opposed to throwing for 15. And then they told him stop doing that. So when he got in the news, when he got in the press conference, it was like, y'all, they got me playing robotic. That's when it started to be an organization versus a player type of thing because you typically don't see players call out their coaches or their organizations when that stuff happens. If you're a good player, if you're on board, you keep that in-house. We hear all the time in the NBA, like everybody pillow talking. So when it gets out to the media, it's like, where the hell did this come from? It came from somebody that's unhappy. So when they finally had that come to Jesus, like, all right, bro, this is not how I play. I'm gonna let it rock. And I guarantee you, it might not be the prettiest, it might not be how y'all want it to look, but we gonna win games. And the other part of that is they were salty about that. Like, dog, we trying to get the number one pick again. You winning games. Remember Cody came down to Houston and Chicago, like, they might get it. We might get it. It's not just a pick. It's not just a ceremonial thing. It's a lot of money that goes into these picks, bro. A lot of money goes into because these people are planets. They're entities and brands of their own. So when you come in with a Caleb Williams, you got the Wendy's joint, you got representation, you got the agent, you got the entourage, you got all of that. And imagine doing that 6 or 7 times this year. So it's a cold game when it comes to the money. But I just think if the Bears want to move in the right direction, Ryan Poles got to start making some real hard decisions on whether we're going to be defense or whether we're going to be offense.
As a person that has to make, as a person that understands like coaching and putting together a team, I give Ryan Poles a little grace because Ryan Poles he really kept it a buck. Like he had to do the Justin Fields trade had to happen, right?
Yeah.
The coaching, they did the right thing because we talking about coaching. Fucking Luke Gessie had to go. Like he was. One thing you do not do is it's like you made it hard for Justin Fields to play quarterback, opposed to set the system together where it dictates towards his strengths. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And that's what he did not do. He did not play towards his strengths. So by not playing towards his strengths, it literally made him. In those first few games, he was doing shit he wasn't supposed to do. He wanted to run the offense how they were supposed to do it. Like it was one point in time in the second week, and we can move forward after this when the defense was like, "Yo, we know what they was gonna do. They was gonna run another screen." And in the Buccaneers game, we could have came back and possibly won that game, but they ran the screen and got the interception in the end zone, and when they went pick 6. So it was like the play calling for Justin Fields was ass, right? So they tried. It's like when you got your team and when you got your QB, like you supposed to play to their strengths and you supposed to bring the best out of them, right?
Agreed. Yeah.
Not make it hard for them to play, you know? And that's what he did with Justin Fields. Like he made Justin Fields hard to be himself. Same thing Matt Nagy did. Matt Nagy tried to make Justin Fields be something he wasn't and just let him go out there and ball. And you seen when he went out there and ball.
You can't do that in Chicago because we're gonna look at you if you finicky or funny in the light. You're gonna lose the support.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
if you're gonna look thorough, you gotta be thorough, and I think that the organization put him in a bad spot.
All right, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from that, right? So I want to get your take on this because you was at the WNBA draft.
Hell yeah!
You held it down. Shout out for the Hitman Podcast for those amazing videos of Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso getting off the bus. You helped us send our numbers up, so appreciate you, bro, for that. Holding it down, family. It's been a lot of talk. Caitlin Clark she's receiving a lot of backlash for getting that shoe deal with Nike. And I think it's like the thing is I've been seeing that Asia Wilson, 2-time MVP, 2-time champion, arguably probably one of the best players that's currently right now in the WNBA. But I think she don't even have her own signature deal. Like, so If you can, because I know you real connected with the league and with sports, but if you can you speak on that and just give me your thoughts on that? And then, ladies, y'all feel free to chime in as well.
Well, I mean, it ain't that hard to figure out, unfortunately. Mind you, she deserves every dollar that she can get. She was a lightning rod, a tidal wave. You feel me? People was tuning in to women's college basketball for the first time for some, just to see her. For this has been 2 years that she done had the game in a chokehold. Whether it was her losing to LSU and kind of creating Angel Reese or creating that stage, she had to beat somebody. And then this year going, you know what I'm saying, the foul that happened with UConn, and then her ultimately going up against Dawn Staley in South Carolina. She makes them money, bro. That's the same thing with Steph. It's the same thing with Braun. Like, Braun is the all-time scorer in the league. Y'all think anything he don't want, he can't get at this point? He could get all the traffic tickets, blowing weed, all of that. You think the league is gonna have that? No, he's the number one scorer in the league. He's gonna be Teflon. And Caitlin Clark is kind of the same way. Now, people was going in on her salary saying, "Oh, she make less than 80 grand to hoop," but she already was a millionaire from her endorsements, and she just signed, like you said, the richest deal for any women's athlete with Nike. This is what's shorty that played tennis, the battle of the sexes. We talking about Simone Biles, all of them.
Bigger than Serena.
Bro,
I don't think he's talking about Serena.
I'm not. No, I'm talking about for that women's basketball.
Naomi.
Okay. You talking about Stewie?
Naomi, the
Yeah.
girl?
Yeah,
The girl that
Stewie got her own
plays
shoe.
tennis.
Sabrina has her own shoe. But Caitlyn getting over Asia is crazy. Not to mention, right? She's supposed to won back-to-back MVPs last year. Lost it to Breonna Stewart. Found out she had a 4th place vote, right? And this is one of us. Like, she get busy from college, won a national championship, back-to-back WNBA titles for the first time in 20 years, right? Did it up against the odds, and she still don't have a shoe. It's like, damn, what else I got to do? You feel me? But Sabrina kind of gets her own.
I was just saying, your opinion. What do you think the reason is behind that?
I just think it's hype. I mean, we know what it is, but
Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. It's not
the
that hard to
hype
tell.
behind it.
The media coverage behind her too. I saw
Yeah,
that.
I mean, and then it's like when you look at it, I feel like Caitlin Clark don't say much. So she not to say that Asia is a liability, but child, I'm finna get in trouble.
Y'all know what it is. We can leave
know
it right
exactly
there. Y'all
what
know
it
what it is, G. Ain't no reason in the world Asia shouldn't have
we
it.
always view this problematic. Like, look at Angel Reese, for instance. Angel Reese came out doing gestures and being herself, like expressing herself on the court, and it became a problem for a lot of people. And it took
even the basketball coach, the women's basketball coach, even
Yeah.
the way she presented,
Like,
even though she's fully dressed, she's still viewed as
it
certain.
at
became
University
a
of
problem
Texas,
for a
yeah.
lot of people. So even though Angel Reese probably do get a lot of more like lifestyle endorsements, she get Essence covers and Vogue covers and things like that. Caitlin Clark, she's packaged.
So kind of like,
It's
I don't
packaged.
want to use the word robotic, but
It's like
Yeah,
squeaky
clear
clean.
cut,
It's
clear
very
cut.
it's very
It's in
very
vogue.
clean.
It's in vogue. It goes with what they want to do moving
And
forward.
we trying our best not to say what's
I don't
trying to say.
But I don't think what applies to Angel Reese applies to I don't think Angel Reese and Asia Wilson are two completely different
I'm not
personalities.
comparing those two, but I'm just saying if we looking at where we are right now, like we're looking at the women that's coming into the WNBA, not somebody that's been in the WNBA right now. That's why I compare Angel Reese, because honestly, I'm more familiar with Angel Reese than I am with Asia Wilson.
Right.
Like, that's why I compare Angel Reese to, because she's been very like expressive.
Bree, let me
That
ask you
people
this.
had a
Let
problem
me
with.
ask you this. Let me ask you this.
What does that have to my thing? I guess my thing is why.
Cody, you trying to make me say it?
Bree, let me
I ain't
ask you
trying
this.
to make you say it,
Let
but
me
it's
ask
like
you this. Let me ask you this real quick, Bree. You said something. You just hit on something. You said you more familiar with Angel Reese than you are with Asia Wilson. Can you speak to that? Like, what do you mean you familiar with her? How do you know Angel Reese?
Because of the media. Because last year was probably this year and last year is probably the only time I ever watched women's basketball. It started off
Right.
with us doing what we was doing with the Sky.
Shout out to
And
Chicago
then
Sky.
Shout out to Chicago Sky last season. Even the season before that with Candace, was that the season before that when they won the championship?
two
Word.
seasons before.
2 seasons before that with Candace Parker and them. Like that's when I first started like, oh, this is really a thing. Like people really are into it as much as they pay attention to the Bulls and the Bears. Let's pay more attention to the Chicago Sky. From there it led to the NCAA tournaments. And I used to watch the NCAA tournaments because when I was in college, we used to have to travel and not have
Word.
spring break and go
Right.
dance at the NCAA tournament. So that's how I know because I didn't have a spring break. So that's how I know
But you
about
said that
NCAA.
you hit it right on the head. You caught the wave right when it was starting to bubble and boil, right?
Yeah.
Asia Wilson was one of the pioneers of it. Dawn Staley obviously is at the head of it. She played for her, but you caught it when Asia Wilson essentially kicked in the door, or at least held it open a little bit more for everybody else to come this way. So now you know a Raven Johnson. Now you know Malaysia Fawiley. Now you know Hidalgo or Juju. You feel me? Now you're knowing these players because she opened the door. So now all of the other Asia Wilsons can come through. Same way Braun got little homies in the league, like you know this person's name because Braun kind of gave it the stamp. The same thing with music. If you really want to be comparable, anybody that Drake done fool with he got the Midas touch. He turned them on. Whether it's the Migos, whether it's Fullbacks, like y'all was just talking about a little bit ago. Like the range is crazy. So the women's wave is really at its peak right now, or right before its peak. I'm telling you, them two girls, Angel, shout out to Angel and Camila Cardozo, they're gonna have the trust turned up. I wasn't even sure if we were gonna compete because we got rid of our whole team that won the championship. Our star players done clicked up against us, right? I don't want to keep like giving Metro and Future innuendos, but everybody seemed like they ganged up on the Sky. And then we turned around and made great moves. We got Spoon, who was a dog as a player, a dog as a coach, and she got the. I'm gonna tell y'all something quick. I was at the draft, and we're kind of like 90 seconds to 2 minutes before what's gonna happen on TV, right? When we got Cardozo, I was like, bro, we might have a chance to get Angel Reese because she declared late. When my cameraman told me who the pick was, I almost blew the spot up because I was too loud. It was quiet in there. He was like, Angel Reese. I'm like, bro, you lying, because I knew what that was gonna mean for the city. But I had to chill. Like, I had to turn my Chicago down when we was in there, but I was so happy with the idea of, okay, we got James Wade got up out of here. He wanted to go to the league. He wanted to become an NBA coach. So we get Spoon, who y'all forget was just on the NBA staff working with Zion. So she knows how to develop players because y'all seen him before he got hurt, how crazy he was going. So she knows how to get the best out of players. When we were on the WNBA circuit last year, she was with Kalia Copper everywhere. New York, Vegas, all of the press runs. She stood right next to her because they had the same dog mentality. Now, I don't know what happened between the time that the season started and the draft, but a conversation was had. She got up out of there, but we didn't miss a beat. So I'm really happy. The league is going to start May 14th. That's my birthday week. I love going and covering them. It's got a ton of storylines and it's a ton of money.
A ton of money.
It's a ton of money in it now, man.
I do have one more question. So regarding Asia Wilson, do you think there's anything she can do to? Because I don't think that the good thing about this is I don't think that she's coming off as like a sore loser or like why not like a pick me. Like I don't think she's coming off like that. I think she really deserves it after reading about her. So do you think there's anything that she can do to be recognized, like to get the accolades that she deserves?
I mean, to be honest with you, the best way I could compare it is like the Obamas. She handling it like the Obamas. Every time somebody throws some dirt away, she take the high road. She chills. She kind of like reserve. Oh, I got a book out. Oh, I'm helping these young women. Or I got a camp going on. I think it's going to be one of them times, especially with this season, they got a chance to three-peat. They got all of their starters back. I think this is the time where she need to go Miami Heat Braun and kind of just be a little bit more outspoken in her interviews, talk about how she's the best. Because if you really think about it, the new age MVP talk is not just what you do on the court, it's what they say in these interviews. It's what an Embiid or a Joker or a Giannis would say in an interview after they just kill somebody, give them a 50 burger. So when Asia Wilson, who just did, I think she did the second highest point per game in a single game last year behind Liz Cambridge, I think when she does that to a team, she need to get in these interviews and start going off, right? Y'all see me. Y'all see what just happened to this team. That's what's going to happen to every other team in the league. We lit. Like,
I ain't gonna lie.
We the pro version of South Carolina who want what? I think she need to do a little bit more of that. And then we'll start to see, all right, Asia Wilson got a little attitude. She got a little edge. Same thing happened with Kevin Durant. He wasn't on TV like that until he started talking crazy. Same thing with Braun, for real. You can have this squeaky clean image, but then when you start pissing people off a little bit, everybody not your fan or you're not the most popular, that's when you become polarizing. That's when the big money come in, Bree.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I had the pleasure to watching the game. Was it game 4? I want to say because the WNBA finals was 5 games, right?
Yeah, best of 5. We was in New York,
That's
bro.
a 5. So I went to game 4 at Barclays for the clincher when Vegas beat New York. Asia Wilson was balling.
Dogged up,
Like,
boy,
because New York had them, and it's like down the stretch, it was like Asia was like, nah, this is my game.
And they was down 2 players, bro. 2 starters. Chelsea Gray
She
tore
was
her
going
joint.
crazy.
Kia Stokes
She
tore
wasn't
her
trying to hit
joint.
none of that.
Bro,
And
I
think the person she lost MVP to was the center of the big man for the big girl for
the team they beat the year before.
For New York, right? The New York had the
So
MVP.
Jonquel Jones was the center for Connecticut. They beat Connecticut the year before. She switched teams and went to New York, and then Asia went up there to the crib again.
Yeah, but Shorty won MVP though, right?
Huh?
Who won MVP?
Yeah, Breonna Stewart won it. But they teamed up. What I'm saying, like it was Sabrina.
Nah, she was going. I think she had. It seemed like she had a point to prove in the finals. Like, nah, y'all robbed me of my MVP.
So she just gotta be vocal about it.
She was busting ass.
Plug me in. I'll talk shit for her.
Nah, she was busting ass.
I think that's perfect though.
But no, I think this is an amazing conversation, Gene. I like you. I like you on here, man. We got to bring you on here more, man. Saying to chop with those sports, man. And
I'm with it, bro.
The ladies, like I ain't even expect for them to know a little bit something. They know a little.
I know some. What?
They talk about. I know Michael Jordan.
I do know him.
Yo, Bree, I'm trying to put together a situation where I can do a giveaway for a game, some game tickets this year. But if you want to slap a game, Vegas, LA, Seattle, let me know. We can get it situated so you can come on here and we can do back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to do some research messing with you, but I got you.
I got you.
Sure.
I teach a class. I teach a college class Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays from 8 to 8. Nah, I was fucking with you.
No, I'm for real. I'm trying to be, what's her name? Taylor Rooks.
No, facts.
Sis
appreciate
y'all
having
me
though, bro. Make sure y'all tap into What's the Word. It's everything to me. I appreciate y'all having me. Don't forget to check out the NV, the most valuable podcast in the world, the Hitman Podcast. Real quick, real soon. Thank y'all for having me, man.
Plug your shit, man. Next time we come on here, we're gonna have like a little special screen. And we could just have like our guests when they got some dope shit going on. They be like, yo, watch First Take, and they be like, Shannon Sharp, 3 times Pro Bowler, or listen to the hip be like Nightcap. We're gonna have y'all shit at the bottom right there so they can go watch our shit when we got guests.
Comments. They talking about Bree, just say it.
We good.
We good.
Nah, we good.
I think I learned my lesson.
Hey, Nuke, man, I appreciate you, man, and have a safe flight and tap in, man, when you get out there.
I got you. Appreciate y'all, man.
Take
care.
Knock over anybody's grandma at the airport.
Nah, I was fucking with y'all. We got pre-check. We got clear. We got all that.
That's all you gotta do.
Tell them your leg hurt.
All right, y'all. Hey, let's go. We're about to go to a quick commercial break. And we're gonna be back.
Are we muted?
No, we ain't muted.
We got a legend in the building. Arguably one of the best lyricists to ever come out of Brooklyn.
Facts.
New York City. Let's just put it out.
That's a big up right there.
No, it's a super big up because when you hear people like Eminem, sing your praises for your rhyme patterns and how he studied them.
Right.
You know the status that he holds.
Right.
Listen, we got AC in the building.
Big Brooklyn. Super big Brooklyn. Yeah.
Yo, what's it like being the coolest rapper ever, bro? Like,
Chi-Town, April 25th. I will be performing live at the Promontory. If you're in the town, come on out, show your love. A lot of the artists from the area are gonna be there. Those that put on for the Chi-Town, they're gonna be in the building. It's gonna be a good look. April 25th, Promontory, AZ. Salute. Fortune and fame, new body rings. Came a long way from the Ducati in the rain. Blowing in the lobby, Bob Molly in the veins. Rolling kamikaze, still poly in the same. Few sustain, mushroom mix muscles with the brains. Just fuck you if your tongue tussle. Hustle through the pain to put it plain. I'm Big Daddy Kane and Lil Wayne. Fugu, butter, groovles, and some poodles spitting slang, goose and fangs. Well trained, school to the game. cell change, tell lanes are used to the name, the guard. Follow footsteps of Farad. Late 80s shit, I was crazy with the bars and stars. Ever since I set it off with Nas. Had the big houses, all the money and the cars, babe, Paul. It is what it is, who we are. Nobody beat the biz, tell the kids, praise the Lord, this for y'all. Built from the hood, out the mud. Drug money.
I can't hear y'all.
Sports ain't really my thing, but I want to get into the WNBA though. Like I want to get into it more.
I feel like I've been kind of dipping and dabbling, so
Yeah.
I knew a little bit. I knew just a little bit, and I do the morning show over at iHeart too. So when we be talking about stories, I be trying to pay attention. Shout out to Leon's locker room. We have a very special guest right now. We're talking with the ladies.
Hey.
Got my sis, No CK.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
we can
you.
hear
You look
you.
cute.
Really do.
It's
I just
given.
met her actually in person this
Really?
week. Yeah.
Oh, at
Yeah.
At the
the
Music Cares
Music
event.
Cares event.
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
supposed
She
to
did
go.
her
Y'all know my
thing.
life been life in this week, but
I definitely called you. I was like, Breeze, you coming up to this? Like, what we
no,
doing?
no CK. Look, no CK calls me 30 minutes before the event. Are you coming? I'm moving. I don't know. I need some Chicago artists to play. You could have texted me this early this
Okay,
morning.
so let me tell y'all this. So I DJ'd for the Recording Academy. They have this group called Music Cares, right? And Music Cares, what's dope about them is they are actually a resource tool specifically for musicians. They literally have resources where they'll pay, if you're a musician and you've been a professional musician for 5 years, they'll pay your rent, your light bill, food, all of that stuff, right? They give out resources. They have these resources, and they're doing this thing called Humans of Hip Hop, where they're going to different cities that have like been very notable in hip hop, and kind of like promoting what Music Cares does and their resources. So we had meetings like about this like months ago, right? And I was DJing. They were like, "Yeah, we want you to DJ, et cetera, et cetera." And I was like, "Okay, bet. I'm gonna do a whole Chicago set, but I'm gonna do new Chicago, right?" So people were
Mhm.
like, 97, Sin the Winner, Fast Money Ant, Flex, OG Stevo, Asar, and so many other I can't even think off the top of the head right now. But I kept at the time, I was like, dang, I didn't put this playlist together. So instantly, anytime I need something, I'm calling Bree. I'm like, Bree,
Ah.
are you
And I'm stopping what I'm doing. Like, play Lil Blessing.
It's like, Lil Blessing, CCBK, I'm like, I bet. And I'm just writing all of these things down. I'm just writing these things
See,
down.
that's how we make the world go round.
And she
Yes,
did
but
her thing too.
I don't know.
thank
CK
you.
Raw, one of the
Thank
rawest
She
you.
did her thing.
DJs.
Yes. Love
Thank
seeing
you.
female DJ. I was telling her that. Like I love seeing female DJs because
Yes,
it's not a lot of them.
especially good female DJs,
Yeah.
because all female DJs
They just be wanting to put the
they can't
outfits on, look
compete.
cute, and just
Yeah,
be
you
like,
could put no CK up to the rawest male DJ you know.
it was the
Hey,
entertainment
come
part
on.
for me. Her
Did she
mixing, but
dance?
no,
Oh,
just like the personality was there. Not shy at all with the mic. I loved it.
I be
yes,
dancing,
for
that's
sure.
why. Bree no.
She do
Bree
be
been in my
dancing.
set.
She put
I'm a
on that
dance.
Afrobeats music. She come from behind little DJ booth. She hit that little shoulder dance.
Uh,
I just turn my camera on and record because I know she gonna ask me like, "Did you record me?" Speaking of Afrobeats music, not only do you DJ and you work with artists, you have.
Bruce.
This
Wow.
is so funny to me because I could not believe it when she told me. You have transcended into becoming a music artist yourself.
I know, isn't that crazy? That is insane.
So what made you even be like, yeah, let's do this?
Okay, so actually, okay, so this is what it was. So I mean, Bree, you know this, but like people who don't know, actually, my background in DJing actually started with music publishing. So I've been a music publisher for like at least 5 years. I was working under Cobalt and Sony at a certain time before I really started DJing. As a music publisher, you really work on the admin side of music. So you like are collecting the royalties for artists, right? Not only that, you're placing records. So to place a record is like, for example, let's say Bree specific is like the world's biggest artist right now, right? And let's say Cree, right? Let's say like you are a writer or producer. As a publisher, I'll take your writing and production and I'll give it to Bree for her to record. That's why there's a difference between a recording artist and a
A
performing
writer.
artist and writers, right? So I'll give it to an artist, maybe Bree or Sweetie or whoever to record, right? And they record it, they accept it, they record it, you get a placement, right? So these are what placements are. And they really like help producers and songwriters, especially like not only get their foot in the door, but they're like the backbone of the music industry are producers and songwriters, right? They really get these placements. So that was my background before I really started DJing. And I'm always around producers and songwriters so much. So Afrobeat is actually a very, very good friend of mine. I mean, anytime you come to Chicago, it's always a good vibe. But he actually started out as a DJ before he was an artist too. Nobody knows this, right? He was a really known DJ before he was an artist. So, you know, he came to Chicago for my birthday. I want to say it was like July 29th. He comes to Chicago. And he's
Ooh, a
like,
Leo? You a Leo?
oh, baby, yeah.
Oh, big Leo over here too. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I just had to say that, okay? Because
Big fire,
July
big brown
23rd.
moon.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So, so he comes to Chicago, and I bring him to my homie studio, LSD, right? Shout out to Vibes, the gang. I bring him to the studio just to check it out because the studio is like all women ran, you know what I mean? Like really building it from the top up. He's rocking with the studios, fucking with it, etc., etc. And he like, man, I'm working on this project. I said, let me play the project. So he plays the beat for me for the song. It's called Sexy Sexy. But we didn't know what the song was gonna be called at the time. He's like, yeah, I don't know what to do with it. I'm like, man, let's give him a little bit Chicago house. Let's give him a little something. So he's like, I'm gonna let you know what I want to do with it. I'm like, I bet. Like 6 months later in December, he sends me the beat. He's like, do you want to write on this? Now, at this time, he's very close with Sukiyana. You know what I mean? I think he was on Love and Hip Hop Miami, I believe is what it was recently with her. So he's like, oh, yeah, you want to write on this, you know, for a placement, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll write it. And then we'll probably do the placement for like Suki or something like that. You know, I know his style. I know the vibe, what he's trying to bring. So let me write it. Did a quick bridge for it. Send it out. My boy Hobbs engineered it while I was here, right?
Shout out to Hub.
Shout out to Hobbs. That's my guy. And he texted me very like literally 20 minutes later. He was like, okay, bet we're gonna have you on as an artist. And I was like, what? Mind you, I'm writing it as if this is gonna be for Suki. So I'm getting a little nasty on the record, you know what I'm saying?
The bridge is nasty. It's a nasty
It
bridge,
is.
okay?
But it's cute. It's a cute nasty. It's not
It is
nasty.
nasty.
It's a cute nasty. So she's like, oh yeah, we're gonna just keep you on as an artist. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, like you good. It sounds really good like this. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So I'm thinking it's a joke this whole time. I kid you not, I'm thinking this is a joke. I'm like, okay, maybe they're just saying that so they find whoever's gonna take it. Maybe Suki ain't want to record it. They was throwing out a whole bunch of other names they wanted to give it to. Come January, they send me the master and the clean version. I'm like, damn, this is really happening. I'm about to be an artist. So fast forward to February. When did we put it out? We put it out a couple weeks. We put it out like a week ago. It's only been a week.
Okay, so what was I don't want to stop you, but I know CK, so
Oh yeah,
I know
you know
you're gonna sit here and tell this whole story.
Baby.
I be
So,
doing that.
right, what was that moment? Like when you first heard it back, you heard the master back. Like this your first time being a music artist, which I still cannot believe you got a song out. That is wild to me. Like, so how did you feel? What was that initial moment of you hearing it back?
I was like, damn, I wonder what my mama gonna say. I'm Nigerian, so instantly I'm like,
did she hear it?
Hell no.
She hasn't heard it?
I think so. They have not heard it, but they've seen the noise. My parents really support my music career, right? But this is my first time coming out as an artist. And like I would never do nothing crazy, but all of this is just an expression of myself. Music is just expression of self. You know what I mean? So it's nothing I'm ashamed of, but I just was just like, dang, I wonder my mom gonna like this. Because my mom, I've always just surprised her with what I've done. She to this moment is like, I mean, I was supposed to be a doctor. I was pre-med in U of I.
Walking around with green hair, dancing in the clubs. Like
being a doctor and being in a pre-med program to green hair and in the club. So my mom
I feel like sometimes it's better for you to just like surprise your parents other than trying to explain to them, hey mom, I have a song coming out. It's gonna be a little vulgar.
Right,
I don't know if you're gonna like
it. It's like
if you build it up,
and then you even get more nervous too by building it up.
Exactly. But like outside of that, honestly, I knew it was a good song when I heard it, but when I sent it to Bree, and she was like, "Oh, you sound good, bitch." I said, "Yeah."
Cause I heard it the first time and I listened to the whole song. Cause even after the bridge, it didn't sound like no CK. So I was waiting to hear no CK, and the song went off. And I played it again. I said, I know this ain't this. It's no CK. I said, she talking about what?
So wait, so are you gonna do more songs like that? Like that's my question. Like if it
So
sticks, can you go that route? Do you think you would go that route?
you know what? I feel like what you guys are, what everyone is seeing right now, they're seeing me express myself like for the first time, like in real time, right? And there are going to be more songs like this. However, the bigger emphasis on the song is just kind of like just celebrating yourself, like celebrate how sexy of a person you are, like that
Okay.
confidence, that glow, that energy, that light, whatever that looks like for you. You know what I mean? It's like girls, we like to have fun. You know what I mean? It's summertime. It's about to be nice out. We like to get our hair done, get our nails done, look good. We like to feel sexy. It's a part of our
Right.
it's part of our glow. And I think like coming to this point in my life where, I've been DJing for like really a little over 5 years and I'm starting to really find my confidence in this. It's like, this is what you're hearing. You know what I mean? I'm ready to come outside and like get to it. So the next couple songs you hear from me, because there will be more, um, it's honestly always been like a DJ Khaled attempt. Shout out to Khaled. I've always been a fan of his process. And I just want to make hits. I just want to be on hit records that you can sing in the club, that you can sing while you working out, that you could just it make you
Get
feel good.
ready to, you know.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How we was in '08 when we was about to go to the, you know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
just fun music that made you feel good. So I want to do that. And like I look up to people like T-Pain, DJ Khaled, even Pitbull. I like right now, currently who's in the game right now that I love right now is I am a huge Doja Cat fan. I love Doja Cat. I do love Sexy Red because that Sexy Red does
Okay.
embody that in her own way. You know what I mean? So I just feel like feel good, fun, we back outside music is important and make the world dance again. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to make hits. So you'll be hearing my voice on more hits.
I just want to make hits.
I just want to make hits.
So I did want to ask you this because being an artist is hard within itself. Having
Yeah.
to push your music and having to get your music to the DJs for the
Yeah.
DJs to play your record in the club or play on the radio and they mix shows or whatever. But you are the DJ.
Yeah, that's the thing. I am the DJ.
You are the DJ. So
Right.
do you feel like it's been kind of easier? Cause I've been out with you where you kind of like we are real big on like getting somebody's song and trying to see how the crowd react.
Oh yeah, me and Bree do that all the time.
We do that all like somebody will send me a song, be like, I fake like this, but I'll send to no CK. Like one time we was in Beer Bar and we played what was
Oh,
it? Kingpin Ruth record. And we played
yeah.
it. We was like, we just want to see what people do.
And then
We just want to see what people start bobbing their
like,
head.
he was like, okay, we both my hands. Okay, the record's cool. I think that like for one, if you're a new artist, it is. I'm not gonna lie. It is easier getting your music played if you are the DJ. If you're a DJ, you turn to a musician and you're an artist. It's easier because
You
not
know the
only are you
DJs.
okay, yeah, you know other DJs, but you actually are like in the field. You know what I mean? So it's like you see what type of reactions get or come from what song. It's almost like the neuroscience of it. You know what I mean? You see bits like this type of bass line, everybody's gonna be bumping their head versus this type of bass line where everybody's chilling. These type of words get the crowd up versus these type of words make the crowd think. You see what I'm saying? So you kind of are able to tell the science of it. And maybe that's just me because I'm a science girl.
I love
But
that. Like I didn't even think about it that way. Like
yeah, like when you in the club, you hear get it sexy in your mind. You're like,
yeah.
damn, get it sexy. Like you thinking about
Make
yourself.
you want to get it
Yeah, you
sexy.
wanna
You
get
see
it
everybody else
sexy
doing
You know what I'm
it.
saying? So you're in the field and you see that all the time. And I think that like even going back to like the women DJ things, I think that a lot of DJs don't understand that women are like are truly the dime piece. They're the center of the equation. If you can entertain women in a way that makes them feel confident, makes them feel good, makes them feel like it's their world and we just living in it, baby, you damn near won the whole pot. You see what I'm saying? And I think a lot of other DJs they kind of see it, but they don't tailor it, but the women DJs taking over because they are women, so they get it. You know what I mean? As a new artist, if you want your music to be played by DJs, you have to like actually get to know DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like make it make sense. Don't just give me the song because you see me and think I'm gonna play it. I know a lot of DJs that kind of do that, but like the better you build a relationship with a DJ, the more plug that is for you. Because, for example, Bree, when I called Bree yesterday at the Recording Academy, this is an event by the Recording Academy, by the way, the Recording Academy. This is their event, and they want straight Chicago music, right? And I called Bree because Bree is one of the, to me, one of the biggest notable figures in Chicago that knows Chicago music, right?
Thank you.
So I call her and asking her opinion, and she's giving me these names. And she's giving me these names. I'm looking up these songs, but all these songs are dirty, like horribly dirty. Like,
They are.
I
Like after I got the phone with you,
bro.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know if the recording
We're
cabin
both
want to hear
like
it, but that's Chicago.
in Chicago, but at the same time, it's
They're
not
good
it's Chicago,
songs.
but
That's
it's
why I threw in Asar. I know for a fact Asar does not curse.
no, but it's not even the cursing thing. It's like, for example, Fast Money Ant has a new record coming out called Real Before Record Deal, right? In his record, I got a clean version of his song, number one. Number two, like, it wasn't like, I'm about to pull the trigger out and pop, pop, pop. I'm about to pop a pussy on the da, da, da. It wasn't none of that type of language. It was just rap. Rap is rapping is cool, right? But it's very imperative for artists nowadays to think beyond the city that they're from. So don't just think, oh, Chicago radio or Chicago is going to be my limit. Make music for like the global atmosphere. Like think beyond that, because there will be opportunity where, hey, I'm at the Recording Academy and someone wants to hear the song. And they're like, oh my God, I love this. It's not necessarily what you're talking about. It's the delivery. It's what you're saying. It's like, you know what I mean? Make it digestible, and
Yeah.
that's something we talk about a lot. But
Cause I tell artists a lot, like just try something new. Like you
yeah,
don't have to always ride the wave. Just try something new, put it out there. I think Cardi B said it one time. She was like, I just be trying stuff. And if
yeah,
y'all
there's
like it,
something new
we
stuff.
gonna do it again. If not, we
Right.
gonna try something else. Like it's your music.
Yeah, like, and there's so many great artists in Chicago, like, especially female artists, like Sin the Winner. She's about to drop a project out too. Mellow Bucks, one of the most talented lyricist female artists from Chicago I've heard from a long time. Right? If you really listen to her lyrics, she's a great lyricist. Right? Who else? CCBKE, even BB Subi. She's on the rock
I love
side.
BB Subi, yeah.
But like even her, there's so many great female acts. But the beauty of just being an artist in this day and age is that you do get to express yourself, but you can do it in so many different ways. You don't have to ride the wave. You don't have to. It's not important. Like I don't know any female DJs who are coming out and talking shit on a song. I
Because
don't.
when you think about it, most of the artists that make it to like mainstream is because they stepped out of the norm.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
they're
they
creating a new norm and they
yeah, they
like at the
create new
forefront
norms.
of it. That's why Sexy Red is what she is, because there wasn't nobody making people were scared to talk like Sexy Red.
Yeah, people were like kind of like nervous or like didn't think it'd be respectful. And it's like it's not about doing stuff to impress people. It's really about expressing who you truly are, like to the best of your capability. But express who you truly are, not what you think people want you to be. You know what I mean? And I feel like as a DJ, I walk around. Y'all know I'm walking around with green hair all year. Last a couple months ago it was dark green. Right now I'm in the
That's that
springtime.
energy, okay?
Right, it's pure energy. So springtime we're doing mint green, and the summer we might do a little electric. We don't know, but it's really just expressing yourself and doing it to the full extent, not because it's the way you think people want you to see, but it's the way that you want to be seen. You know what I mean? And I think the more people do that, the more diversity we get in music, and the more different stories we hear, and the more we get to take in, and it's like music becomes fun for real again. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you want to be seen, no CK? I liked how you said that.
How do I want to be seen? Ha ha ha! That was a good one. How do I want to be seen? How I want to be seen in music? I just want to make hits. I want to be seen as a hit maker. Like, you know what I mean? Like a global hit maker. Like I'm a product of two different cultures. I'm Nigerian. My parents are immigrants. So I'm Nigerian, like full blooded. But I grew up in the city of Chicago, born and raised. Those are two different cultures that don't normally clash. So when I'm at home with my parents, that's one culture. But when I was in school or outside in the world, that's a whole different culture. And I think that the more I'm like I live my truth, which is being a product of these two cultures. It's a lot of kids like me who have parents that are fully
Absolutely.
immigrant
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
came here, but then wherever city they're from, whether it's New York, LA, Atlanta, Chicago, whatever, they grew up in that
They
culture.
are
They're
right.
a product of two different cultures. And I think that being that is like such a blessing in a way, because like you get to see the world in a different perspective. You do. So I just want to be seen as more than a DJ, a true light, a true energy, a true entertainer, and a true hit maker. That's someone that really brought light and energy into this world through music and like continues to just push the envelope in doing that.
Ooh, I love that.
Mhm.
That's
I know I'm getting
beautiful.
deep, girl. Okay.
Gotta press that envelope, honey. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I did want to bring you in on some of the topics we were going to discuss today. So, Megan Thee Stallion is apparently facing a lawsuit from her former photographer.
Mm.
Um, he claims allegedly that they were in what's the word? What's the place? Ibiza.
Ibiza.
They were in Ibiza and they were in a car and she started having relations with a girl in the car and made him watch. And he said he was shocked. And because of that, he's suing her. On top of this is what where it gets the aha moment. He recently received a pay cut around that time for his services. So they were paying him like on a monthly stipend, and then it went from a monthly stipend to him being paid by project.
Didn't this?
So
I feel like I heard this before. Didn't something like this come out with Lizzo like a couple months ago or something like that?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was a real section. That was a little deeper though, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't
I'm
even think he's even suing her for sexual like the
He's suing her for employment.
yes, but
Yeah.
not I guess he made the claim within that, but he's not even suing her for sexual harassment, which I thought was a little weird. Um what I heard a lot of men be like, "Oh, he a goofy cuz like why would you not want to watch?" But he's also gay, so that's why. But
I was gonna say I be having to watch what I say on here.
I know
but
I could say something
it
too, but
does
I just
seem like
feel
I'm not
like
gonna hold you. It does seem like a money grab. I'm
Mhm.
not like what I will say though in his defense, as far as like if it is a situation where he's trying to be compensated, if you go from getting a stipend to now being paid per project and you have other people coming around you trying to, yo, I want to hire you for this and you can't because you're traveling with this person, I definitely think that that person should compensate you for that. It shouldn't be paid based off of projects then.
If well, that's where contracts come in because was there a contract signed where you decided to? Because clearly there was an agreement that he was going to get paid per project. He probably didn't think like foresight and be like, okay, the money probably not going to be the same.
Mm.
That's what I'm thinking because I feel like a regular person would not have agreed to that. Or
Yes, but also that's
if
his
I
friend.
did
That was his
agree,
friend at the time too.
that's y'all
So
problem. We had that
yeah,
same
why would
situation last
everybody want to be
week.
each other's friends out in the workplace? You can't do all of that.
yeah.
You would be
That's
trying.
that's a very
It's
thin
like you
line.
gotta set the boundary or
Yeah,
the border. Like
yeah.
you really can't do all of that. At the same time, I feel like when they say she made him watch, did she really make you watch, or did you just happen to just watch?
Well,
Because
I mean, I
baby,
think the argument is he was in the car and the car was moving and she was doing what she was doing and he was right there. So not necessarily like let me
If
put your
that's your
hand
friend,
like
I'm not no CK. If you ever decide to do something with a girl in the back seat, I'm just gonna let you do what you do and move on from it. I would never bring it back up and say you were
that's what
wilding
I
that
feel
night.
like it
I was
was.
shocked.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like maybe that was what I mean. I don't want to assume,
Let me try
but
to
I kind of
include
feel
this in
like
the lawsuit.
Well, I think it's
Like,
personal though. Like obviously it was
yeah.
some personal behind the scenes stuff happening that made it go the route that it did, and why he's, he was caught liking some of Nicki Minaj's tweets too when she was so
Why
so
do Megan friends always turn on her for Nicki?
well, I mean,
man,
I
it
don't know,
sounds
that's
like
kind of
it's all
telling to
an
me, but
issue.
that's another conversation for another
It
day.
might,
Yeah,
baby,
I
if
just
it was true, we would have seen the leaks of the video. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, well, it depends though, because some artists, they make you put the phones up. Like there's
yeah.
Chris Brown, nobody can step on his tour bus without with phones, to my
That
knowledge.
happened to me one time. I
So
said, "Oh, y'all playing with me."
yeah, so
so,
it depends on the artist too. It depends on the
Yeah.
artist, depends on a lot of things. But
I
I
just
think
go
that
ahead.
whole friendship thing, like you said, is like
Mhm.
that's where that line is. Like,
That gray line, like it's very
yeah,
blurred right there. On top of, I think people gotta think about the aftermath. How does it make you look that you're gonna lead in the headline saying,
mm-hmm,
"Oh, she made me watch
yeah,
her have
yeah.
relations with another girl," but this has nothing to do with the reason why I'm suing her.
It just looks, but it also, as a professional, now you don't mess your money up even more, because at the end of the day, what artist is gonna want to work with you if something happens and now you gonna turn around and now put their business out there too?
Is that defamation of character?
I was gonna say is that there
I
was
think
no
it is.
NDA. Like it just seemed like there was no NDA. She don't got no NDAs with none of her friends, because it seemed like they all just coming out and saying whatever they want about her. Why you didn't have no NDAs with these people?
And then
You
they
know
go
what it
hop on
is
the Nikki
too?
train.
It's kind of like, okay, so it's when you have friends and you do business with friends, it's always such a weird, blurry space because I believe like, and it could be possible they were maybe friends first and then they started working together on the business side. You know what I mean? Um, because it's always kind of hard to bring up the NDA contracting with your friend because you trust your friend to act right. It's your friend. You see what I'm saying? I think the friend line is just it gets a little too blurry, and it kind of seems like maybe there was a little more trust in him as a videographer. I mean, this your cameraman and he going everywhere with you on tours, da da da. Like, remember, Megan used to vlog a lot. She used to do a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? So this was the guy that was capturing all of these intimate moments of her, right? And they built a friendship or they were friends. Maybe he just didn't come across like, damn, I should have had him on the NDA type day because
Hmm.
this.
But it seemed like this is a issue with all of her friends. Like she just, I think it's also a trial and error type situation. You're a new artist, so you're not thinking this way,
Yeah,
but now you're this global superstar, and it's like, okay, now maybe I need to start thinking a little bit different. Maybe I need these people around me, including the people that I date, they need to sign NDAs. Contracts need to be in place, because now we're seeing, but this happens, I feel like, a lot to
I feel like
newer
this, yeah,
artists.
this always happens
Yeah.
a lot newer artists. A lot of times it's because they come in with the people that they
And you
started
want
with,
and you want
and you
to. You
want to
want
do
to,
that. But
but
at the same time, sometimes you gotta sit people down and be like, "Look, this is the business aspect of it," which a lot of people don't understand or don't want to implement the business aspect of it until they want to start to sue you and get their
yep,
lick back.
yeah.
absolutely, or they want their money. But it's like, that's why the law needs to be laid, because it's like business at the end of the day is
Yeah.
business. Because now you want to use that technicality when it works in your favor.
Which I also feel like I'm pretty sure she overcompensated him for a lot, like trips and stuff, and she
She probably
probably
paid
like
for
a
that
lot
stuff,
of
yeah.
different incentives that she could probably, if this is an employment issue, she probably can pull receipts up from a lot of other things that she just willingly was like, okay, I'm gonna take care of A, B, and
Agreed.
C
She
and
might not
D.
be able to do that though, because the judge might be able to look at that and be like, well, that was a gift. That's not illegal. That's not illegal. They do that with child support. So
Mm,
that's what I'm saying. A man could pay child
it's friend
support.
support.
Yeah, a man could pay child support, and if there's no legal agreement, the baby
Mm,
mama can take
it's
him to
considered as
court.
a gift.
It's considered a gift.
Mm.
So
Really?
yes, yeah. So we'll see. I don't think he's gonna get it. If he does get some money, I don't think it's gonna be a lot. But I don't honestly don't think he's gonna get anything
I
off
don't
of
think
it.
he has a case. If
Yeah,
you was still, I don't think if you agreed to something and you continue to do it, you can't just get mad and then turn around and be like, oh, now I want to sue you for.
Well, I think too he worked with her for up to a year after that happened. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think he did work for her after that. So it's like,
and they said she hired um another cameraman too, and he started to get jealous. Like he was giving off
that. So
very
Yeah,
messed
it's a
up.
lot.
and
Yeah, it's a lot of.
that probably was what it is. You gonna hire somebody else? Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, now
But
we
if
don't.
you don't like looking at me having relations in the back seat, then I'm gonna have to go find somebody that do. That's a part of the job.
Oh,
Not even,
bro, that's
not
part
even
of
part of the job.
She
Hey,
need to
Bree,
put it in the
don't do
contract
that.
at this point.
that's part of the job. You might have to
Part
look
of the
at
They
what
was
job,
you
calling
baby.
that girl
say.
Megan Combs on the internet.
Megan Combs is insane.
It's a video of her and Diddy going
Oh
viral
my
right now saying they
god,
sue
y'all
each
have
other.
to
It's
stop.
terrible.
Y'all have to stop. Did he been quiet lately? We ain't gonna
But
talk about that.
He been quiet, but the world ain't been quiet about him.
We're not gonna talk
We're not
about
gonna talk
that.
about
We're not gonna talk about that. No
that.
CK. So before we close out, we always like to talk about things that we were listening to this week. So what you been listening to besides your own song? And tell
Um,
people where they can find your song.
Okay, so you can find Sexy Sexy by Afrobeat featuring me, no CK, produced by Team Salute on all streaming platforms right now. That's Apple, Tidal, Spotify, Amazon, Pandora, YouTube, and the music video will be officially dropping very, very, very soon. I just got word.
I
Are
gotta
you
go
in the video?
stream that.
Yeah, I'm in the video.
What
It's a chat.
you probably ain't got no clothes,
No,
child. I know
I got
you.
clothes on. I got clothes on. You know what I'm saying? I'm sexy already, but I got clothes on. You know what I'm saying? The music video will be dropping very, very soon. I'm very excited for you guys to see this. It's gonna be a fun video. And so I've been listening to this past week. Oh man, I've been listening to damn, what have I been listening to? I've been listening to a lot of new Afrobeat music. Um Okay, number one, let's trail it back. I actually listened to the new I finally caught up and started listening to the new part two of We Don't Trust You this week. Like I finally caught
Yeah.
up to it.
That's a good album.
I like part two better than I do
And
one.
I've been honestly, I've been listening to all the disses this week. That's the main thing I'm listening. I'm listening to the Quavo
Me
diss.
too.
Trying to catch up.
You know what I'm saying? I listened to Taylor Swift diss, to Kim K. I listened to Drake, both of Drake's disses. The Rick Ross diss, you know, I love Rick Ross, but
He's
yeah.
a OG. He's a
It's kind of like, you know, but I ain't gonna lie, this Chris Brown and Quavo diss is the most entertaining diss out of this entire diss season. Whatever is
Yeah.
happening in the air, this Quavo and Chris Brown diss is just entertaining. It's entertaining as hell.
So who you think winning?
Between Quavo and Chris Brown,
Yeah.
you know what's crazy? I feel like and the reality of stuff, Chris Brown is winning his diss. But Quavo's diss that he just released, I could actually play in the club.
yeah.
Like it's
I just
actually
don't like it. The ad libs was throwing me off in the diss song. I'm not gonna hold you. His ad libs.
Hearing
was.
Quavo diss,
Yeah, it was a little funny. It was.
but it also made me miss Migos. It made me
Okay.
miss
Yeah,
Migos
it made me
so
miss
much.
like, damn, Migos used to turn up. So I'm like, I'm listening, I'm like, cause like, okay, Kendrick Lamar diss. Let's just as a DJ. Kendrick Lamar diss, great. We could definitely play in the club all day because he was just coming crazy. The beat, Metro already coming crazy on the beat. He was coming crazy the lyrics. Drake's diss towards Kendrick. It's a cool record. It's a cool diss. Am I a favorite of it? Not necessarily. Only because I just feel like it is what it is. It's a diss. Every diss not meant to be in the club, but I can't really say I'll play that in the club and like be like, oh shit, like turn up to it the same way you could do the Kendrick's joint, right? Um, Chris Brown's diss was like, I would be scared to get into it with Chris Brown because he just gonna air everything on the table. Because that was the first diss I heard. Everything was layered on the table.
I don't
Like
want to sound colorist, but that's very light skinned. Like
it
light
was
skinned
though.
people, light skinned people. Oh,
Hey.
you make them mad. They airing everything out. Like not holding nothing back. They not even gonna wait. Cause at first I was like, he could have gave us little doses. Maybe spread it this out
No.
around 2
He
or 3
ain't he
dishes.
ain't
He
he
said
ain't
no.
waste no time.
None
No,
at all.
He
I'm
didn't waste
straight
no
shooting.
time. I was like, damn. And the whole time I was like, damn. Okay, tell me more. That's all I was thinking. Tell me more. Quavo, I feel like his dance was like a retaliation to Chris. So you didn't really tell me nothing. You just kind of retaliated. So it's just kind of like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
the hook, I could definitely play that shit in the club. He was like, can I say P word on here? Can I curse? I can curse. Like,
You could curse.
oh, he was like,
You could curse.
pussy. But I'm like, oh, pussy. Like, yeah. Like, he was
He
going
was
like
trolling that
extra.
man, calling him a crackhead Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was like,
what?
He said he
Why are we
said
bringing Michael
he
into
said
this?
they tied up his auntie because he ain't pay his Pyru dues.
They probably did.
yeah,
Tied
that
up.
was that was
I wish I
deep.
did have a nephew that got me tied up because you didn't want to pay some money. And I know
That was
you got
deep.
And
money.
I
Like,
know
why
you
are you
got money.
playing with
Like
me?
what?
How you playing? But
Dang.
the
Why
funny
are
thing
you
about all
playing?
these discs is that each disc you can it's catered to their particular style. Like Chris Brown, he's artsy, so he's gonna show his skill set as a rapper. Quavo was like a club record kind of artist. So his disc sound
Mhm.
like club record. Kendrick, super lyrical. So he had double entendres. He had so many different things going on in his disc where it was like, damn, you forgot for a minute he was talking about Aubrey, but then you're like, damn, oh, like Aubrey, like, damn, Aubrey, damn. You
Yeah.
see what I'm
Damn,
saying?
Aubrey.
Damn, Aubrey.
And,
Damn, Aubrey.
right, and
Yeah,
then
I like
Baby
that we
Bitch,
got a little bit of everything. Hopefully, I do
yeah,
want. I would like to hear Kendrick respond, but I guess we'll probably wait till the album come out next month and see what he has to say. The whole album is probably based off everybody. He probably got a track named Future, not Future, a track named J. Cole, track named Drake,
that would be
whoever wants
crazy.
smoke.
He got two parts for Drake,
Okay,
Aubrey and Drake.
side
So
A and
is it
B.
official that the album's coming out next month? Is it official?
That's what's been circulating that the album's been coming out next month. But we finna wrap this up. J. Marie, what you been talking? What you been listening to?
I've been listening to them disses.
Oh, hey, me too. Besides this is I've been listening to Party Next Door because the album is dropping on Friday. I'm so excited.
I gotta listen.
I gotta
But if you need some new music to listen to, make sure you tune in every Monday. What's the Buzz Radio? Submit your songs for the free. No CK, submit your song so the buzzers can rate your song
Hey, that
on
one
What's the
boy
Buzz
can't
Radio.
rate my song. That one boy,
That one
the
boy.
one, the one with the
I think you
tool,
talking
he
about
can't rate my
Rizzo. It's
yeah.
okay. It's okay. Make sure y'all listen to What's the Buzz Radio every Monday. What's the word .tv. We stream live, and if you're an artist, submit your music for the free at What's the word .tv. No, CK, we appreciate you for being on here. Of course, we're gonna have you back because you're family. So we love you.
Love you,
Thank you, J.
guys.
Marie, for returning,
Bye.
and we out.